Hi, and welcome to Cat's Corner. This is your host, Cat. And I want to say welcome to all my friends. Welcome old friends and welcome new friends. I'm glad you could join me today. Today is April the 18th. This is episode 13. And I don't know what it's called yet. I'll figure it out. You can find me on Ravelry as Cat Straight and on Board Game Geek as Moraine A. Sedai. We have, let's see, make sure I got it. Oh yeah, for you YouTubers, you can find the show notes at the blog. Link will be right there, right below in the little area. But that is, I believe it's catherinestraight.wordpress.com. Also join our Ravelry group. We have a group. I'm trying to get better at talking on forums, so I'm trying to get better. I'm trying to talk to you all there. It may seem kind of silly. Okay. So we got that. Let me tell you about what is going on, and then I'll give you all a little insight of my life, what's been going on in my life. But first, we have our 50-member giveaway. I think we're at 21, 22 members now. That is for a hand carved stamp. It looks like this. And that will be randomly drawn once we hit 50 members. The random winner will get that stamp there, and they will get to then pick a friend within the group. So make sure you have some friends, because they can get a prize too. So that person will get to select a friend from within the group, and that friend will receive this one. Can you see it? My light's bad right now. And that is that one right there. And ignore my scrap paper. So that is that. So 50 members join the Ravelry group. Win a stamp! Carved by me! I know you want one. They're so cute. I need to make more, because I want one. And I haven't made myself one yet. Let me put that over here so nothing happens to them. Boom. Okay. So we have that. Next we have our Cosmos knit along, craft along, crochet along, whatever you want to call it. Because you can do whatever you want as long as it is crafty and it pertains to the Cosmos. I'm working on a pair of socks. I've seen another person with a sock pattern idea, which is really cool. And then we have a shawl that I've seen in the group. But that, to join that craft along, you need to have started your project April 1st, and it runs through the end of June, I think I said. So the last day in June, I'll close it out. There will be a prize, and I still haven't figured out the prize yet. Because I wanted to kind of make it like part of the theme. I want it to be Cosmo related, or look like it. I haven't figured it out yet. I'm thinking, this is just me thinking, I may do like, gift the hitchhiker pattern to somebody, or another pattern. I'll have to look and see. They have some cute Star Trek patterns. Maybe something like that. I don't know. Because I haven't found yarn that spoke to me yet. So, we'll see. If you already have the pattern that I picked, then you can pick another pattern of equal or lesser value. But I'm thinking that's what I might do. We'll see. Or it might just be a random pattern. Whatever you want. I don't know. Let me know. Would you rather a pattern? Or would you like yarn? Or maybe even like just like a gift, something like a care package with like maybe local Louisiana goodies, some pralines, maybe some local beer. I don't know. Can you ship beer? I don't know. I'd have to check with that. But something like that. I bake too. I could make cookies. Yeah. Something. I don't know. Let me know if you think that might be interesting too. I think I might leave it up to y'all. So let me know what you think you might want. Because I don't know. Nothing stood out to me yet. I still keep looking, and so it's going to y'all, so y'all let me know what you want. There you go. So that is that. It just has to be Cosmo related. Colors, pattern, inspiration. I'm not picky. Surprise me. I want to see your fun stuff. So that is that. And I haven't done this in a while, so my brain's not focusing. Which let me explain to you why you haven't seen me in a little while. Last time I recorded, my husband was homesick. The next day, Linus got sick. And then 2 days later, I got sick. Fun. And then, so I did like, with being sick and having to deal with all the sickness, I didn't get very much, didn't work on hardly anything, really. I didn't do a whole lot. And so I waited. So I had a little something to show you, and I was recuperated, and everybody else is recuperated. And, that's how it is. We were also really busy too. That week was crazy. I do not wish to repeat it. Let's just put it to you that way. So, what else? Anything else fun or interesting? Easter is in a couple days, so happy Easter. Hope you're gonna have some fun, get to see your family. I don't know what we're doing yet. I know we're going and doing an Easter egg hunt tomorrow with Linus. If it's still good, if we don't forget. We're really bad about those things. We're like, oh, we're gonna go do this. And then like 10 minutes before it starts, oh yeah, we were supposed to go do this. Oh, we have been working on our vegetable garden. The husband tilled it all up. We have a raised bed. It's, I don't know, it's pretty big. We have a raised bed, and then we have an herb garden. And a lot of our herbs are just coming back on their own, so that's good. And we started our seeds in little seed pots. And I think some of the tomatoes have come up. We have some Swiss chard that has come up. But we're not sure if those are going to make it. They're starting to not look too good. But once we get them in the ground, we'll see. I think some of our cayenne peppers are coming up, and maybe some of our bell peppers. We're also gonna go and see about getting some eggplant. Never have luck planting those by seed. You always have to go buy the actual plant with those. What else? Oh, we'll probably be doing summer squash and winter squash, and pumpkins, and we'll probably try cantaloupes again, and hopefully carrots. I want my carrots. And then we'll probably do lima beans and black beans, and don't think we've done okra in a while. We need to do okra again. Those always do good. But yeah. We like our fresh vegetables. So if we get the garden planted and I can figure out how to edit, if I can figure it out, I'll try and maybe put some pictures up or something. We'll see. The husband is actually doing a soil test on to see what fertilizers we may need to add to it. What type of poop we have to add to the ground. So that's that. And that's pretty much it. Wash machine's still broken. I mean, he may get a chance to look at it in a couple days. I'm hoping. He is actually home right now. Yay. So he got an email beginning of this week telling him, everyone where he works, that they were getting off Thursday too. So he was off yesterday, he's off today, and then of course Saturday and Sunday, and then he gets off Monday. So he has a nice little break. And we just realized he still has 12 vacation days left, so we'll have to use those up soon, because he loses them in August. So we'll have to figure something out with that. So that's my life right now, I guess. I am wanting to do another virtual knit night soon. I put a thread, a discussion, whatever you want to call it, in the Ravelry group, and you know, if you're free and you want to see about getting together, or you know, I was basically going to use it to say, hey, I'm kind of thinking around this week, sometime during this week, let me know if anyone's interested in that week. Well, with me getting sick, like right after I posted that, y'all didn't get to know about it, unless you were looking and you just didn't get back to me. But so you know, you can check there to see. I did enjoy it. It was fun. I want to do it some more. And no, it is not beer. We have Swamp Pop. Maybe this could go in a care package. Mmm. Ginger ale. Cucumber flavored ginger ale. It's very tasty. Fancy Pop. Fancy Coke. It's not Pop. It's Coke. So it is Coke. Whatever. Okay. So enough blabbering. I'm going to get into some knitting and crafting and stuff. And please ignore, whoops, the mess that is here. With the husband being home, he has been reorganizing everything. Which means the house is a disaster. So, I was hoping to get some sewing done. I sew on this table. Which there's no way sewing is getting done on this table anytime soon. This is also our game table, which means there has been no gaming going on because of this. But let's get into the crafty stuff now. Okay. So, finished objects. I had a finished object last time, which I totally forgot with the craziness that was going on at the time. I forgot to grab it and show it to y'all. It was my Great Fire shawl that I had finished. So I'll show it to you now. And I actually finally got it blocked this week. So I didn't do it too aggressively because I really liked the texture. But this was it. Ooh. It is pretty, pretty, pretty. Pretty, 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 pretty. Ooh. So that was the Greek Fire by Josh Ricks. I think I said it right this time. Woohoo! He on his podcast, he tried to let people know how to pronounce his last name. And if that was because he watched this and saw how bad I am, it's just because I can't pronounce anything. I'm from the South. My mom was a Cajun. We don't pronounce anything right. Yeah. But it was fun, and I'm going to definitely do another one. I just have to figure out what yarns I'm going to do, because my mom likes the pattern, and my mom doesn't usually like that type of style. So I don't know if it's maybe just the colors she liked, or if it was actually the pattern, but she said that she liked it. So I may have to figure out a way to make her one. Find some more yarn for that. Fingering weight stash is not too very big right now. It's getting bigger though, but it's still not quite there. I do have a lot of lace weight yarn. Maybe I can double up some lace weight and do it. That would be cool. That'd be cool. And my lighting's getting weird. I like blue. At least to me, I look blue. I noticed I was watching one of my videos on my phone at night just to make sure it went up good. And I was commenting about how the colors weren't showing up. But on my phone, when I was watching it, it was like perfect. So if the colors are good, then maybe, I don't know, maybe my eyes are going bad. I do need to go get them checked again. I'm on my last pair of contacts, and I don't have my prescription anymore. It expired. But that's finished object. Other finished objects. Drop spindle. It's horrible. My spinning is horrible. Absolutely horrible. I need a class, not just YouTube. I need someone here with me to show me what I am doing wrong and to help me better figure it out. I am more, yeah. But this was the yarn that came, it's already in a, I already needed it crocheted up, I guess. That came, the fiber that came with my spindle. This fiber was horrible. I mean, it's still sticky after getting a bath and everything. And I couldn't, it was hard to draft and everything. It was horrible. So I just made a ball with lots of little things. I used a big huge crochet hook, and then I stuffed it and put some catnip in it. And that's a toy for my cat. Because she kept trying to eat this every time I would try and start spinning with it. And now she wants to have nothing to do with it. But I have a cat toy that my cat just ignores. I even put catnip in it, and she still won't play with it. Maybe I should give it to someone else. Anybody want a cat toy? It's not a good cat toy. I figured it was going to get ripped up anyway, so I didn't care if I had loose ends anywhere. So, you want a cat toy? I'll send you one. If my cat doesn't care about it, let me know if you want one. Oops, I just threw it on the floor. Oh well. My second spindle project, because it's not a whole lot, and my brain wasn't working to do knitting and crocheting or anything, and it was so easy. It was like you could just almost zone out, apparently, or at least I was. Maybe I'm not supposed to zone out when I'm doing it. But thanks to the lovely Amanda from Amanda Bug Crafts, she sent me some other stuff too, because I won some stuff, which you'll see later. But I was had commented on one of her threads in her podcast group. So if you don't know about Amanda Bug Crafts, you should go check her out because she is awesome. Just saying. She had dyed up some fiber, and she said it was just domestic wool, and so she sent me a couple little scraps from it, and I did something with it. I don't know how well. It's not good. Yeah, because I got these big poofy parts. But this was much easier to spin than the other. This drafted out a lot nicer. Even though I still have big poofy spots, it's not near as much. And I was actually able to get kind of thin in some areas. But I she sent me, let's see, it was yellow, red, some pink, blue, and green. So I took the little swatches and I divided them up because I was going to do a 2-ply. And I tried to even them out to where I could make my own self-striping, kind of. And of course you can see some areas I did the barber pulling right there. See? But I didn't get it exact. Right now, I know it's not going to look good, so I'm not being too terribly picky right now. But I'm so happy that I did this. I did it, and it actually, I'm pretty happy with it. I had some nice areas, like this little green area right here. Can you see that? My lighting's really bad. I don't know why. That one looked pretty good. I was happy with that one. I got some cute areas, and this, if I would have known, if I would have thought, look how cute the yellow and pink did. It is so cute. It's like with it being Easter, it just made me happy. Oh, and this is a pretty little pink area right there. Look how good that area was. Did that good. But so I'm gonna probably make a little stuffy for my son out of it. We went to the yarn store today, and I was gonna make him one of the little owl puffs, and they had some of the little sample knit up rabbits for like these little kits they were having, you know, where you make little, it's all together pattern and yarn and everything to make these little rabbits. And he said he wanted the rabbit, so I guess I'm gonna have to figure out how to make a rabbit. I don't even know how many yards I have. I don't know how to figure it out yet. So, with hand spun, since it's not, you know, I'll probably have some fingering weight in here, and then I have like bulky, super bulky, whatever you want to call it. But whatever. I'm happy. It turned out a lot better than the other. Let me tell you that. So that was exciting. It's pretty. It was pretty color. She did a really good job dyeing, y'all. So you know, it's pretty, Amanda. Very pretty. So that is that, and that's all I finished. So we'll get into some works in progress. Oh, fizzy went down my throat. Okay, so now I'm going to look up patterns because I didn't get prepared completely. Shame on me, huh? Okay, so the first, oh, come on. Okay. The first work in progress is going to be the Staggy by Julia Farewell Clay. My phone almost fell on the floor. I'm not. And I should technically be a lot further than what I am. But considering I basically did nothing for a whole week, I think I'm doing pretty good. I have both the fronts done now. So I have front, and back. And I think now I do the arms. I still haven't decided if I'm going to do it the way it's written or if I'm going to try and crochet the spikes. I might just go ahead and do it how it says, because I'm almost finished my complicated part on my sweater, and then I can work on the arms when I was normally working on the sweater. But doing pretty good. Getting close, getting close, getting close. What I'm using, oops, Burnett Cotton Candy Collection in Lime Burst. And Blue Snow Cone. And then I also have it in, I think it's like Lemon Drop and Dreamsicle. Can't bring those in. Those are going to be the spikes. It's a yellow and orange. Once I start working on the spikes, I'll bring those in. And you can start seeing those too. But so that's that. It's a fun little project. I messed up on stitch count at the very beginning and didn't realize it until I started working on the decreases, and not right now. Linus is skinny anyways, so and the pattern is, I think, starts at a 3T, and he's just getting into 2T, so I don't really care if it was a couple stitches too short. I'll figure out how to make it work. So that is that. And it's going to be cute, and it has some buttons if you haven't seen them. You can check out the project page. The buttons are linked up on there. So that's that. Next project is my star motif pullover. And I'm sorry, I can't really show y'all where I was last time on any of this stuff really, because with the crazy week we had that 2 weeks ago, last week, whatever. I forgot to mark where I was when I was starting. So nothing is marked. I will try and get everything marked this time. But I think I was working on one of the big diamonds. I think it's this one. And I finished it. So I have both of the big diamonds finished. And here's the other big diamond. Oh, and this pattern is by Kristen Omadal. I have side piece, and the other side piece, and I now have the first sleeve, and I have the second sleeve. So once I finish this sleeve, then I think I'm going to black it all out first because they're very rolly, so I can make sure I knit them up or sew them together more evenly than what I normally do, hopefully. I'm not a very good thing, so putting the pieces together, they always wind up being crooked at some point. So I'll probably block them out so I can get it a little more even, hopefully. And then stitch them all together the way the pattern says. And then I think you start on the waistband, bottom ribbing. The pattern is In Vogue Knitting, Spring Summer of '09. And I will show you what the picture looks like. It looks like that. Hopefully it comes out pretty. The yarn I am using is one of my first non Hobby Lobby Michaels type yarns that my husband bought for me. It is Brown Sheep Company in Serendipity Tweed, and the colorway is Striped Coral Reef. It is 60% cotton, 40% wool. It looks like this. And that looks not good at all. Let's see. Maybe if I... Can you see? It's more peachy. It's peachy. It looks really washed out there. It's like a coral. It's pretty. My lighting's really bad. I think we're overcast today. There's not a lot of outside light right now. But that's that. So my goal for this weekend is to finish the sleeve, get everything blocked and sewn together before my husband goes back to work. I think that is doable. I think it is doable. And hopefully picked up the stitches for the band. And that way I can just, because it looks like I haven't read to that part of the pattern yet, so I can't really give anything away because I'm just telling you what I'm observing from the picture. It looks like it's just a ribbing. This is simple ribbing. So I can do that while I'm watching this and not have to worry about following the lace pattern. So that is that. This one is in my Good to Be Girls Ghastly's bag that I love. Oh crap, I forgot something! Oh. Let me go see if I can get my husband to get it real quick. Hold on. Hey Nate, can you go get that fishing bag that is in our closet? Thank you. Okay. Now I won't have to run too far. Okay, so other project is my Cosmos Knit Along project. It did not get a lot of work. Thank you. Okay. And this is where I'm at. Like I said, I don't remember where I was. I lost my stitch marker at my brother-in-law's house. It went into their recliner and I think it is gone forever. So this little thing hanging out is my end from the cast on, and I'll just pull back through. That's marking my beginning until I put my stitch marker on. But that's where I'm at. They're cute. I'm loving it. Especially this one. Look how pretty that one's working out. I'm just loving how this one's working out. Isn't that awesome? Look at that. Just the stripes are coming out so pretty. This one, not really, but I'm loving the pooling and how it's looking on this one. Love it. But these are from my husband. I am using the OMG heel pattern up to the heel. And then I am doing, my phone turned off so now I can't find the OMG heel by Megan Williams from Stockinette Zombies. And then I'm going to be using the Star Trek Pattern Repeat by Zoe Schifly, something like that. For the leg. So I'll just have like the little Star Trek emblem over and over and over again going up the leg, and I think it's going to be cute. The yarn I am using is Black Trillium Fibers on their Merlin sock, which is 75 superwash merino, 25% nylon, 425 yards, and the colorway is Star, and it's so pretty. This was a purchase from our Oregon trip that everyone got some yarn for, so I can make something pretty for them. I am working this on my Addi sock rackets in size 1. I don't know what the millimeters are because I lost a little baggie for it, but that's these. And these are in, oddly enough, my Star Trek stocks are in my Knitting Geisha Star Trek bag with Spock. Look at it, it is beautiful. Love me some Star Trek. Oh, and I forgot to mention the Greek Fire was knit on size 5. And it was some hand spun yarn from the Oregon trip that I bought. And it was mostly, I think, a merino. Steggy was worked on size 7s and 8s, random needles. And the star motif is worked on size 3s, I'm believing it was, on some random metal needles that someone gave me. I always forget to do those, huh? Okay, so that is all I'm working on. Nothing on the spindle because I have no fiber right now. I should get in it today, hopefully. So let's get on to some stash enhancements. I will go with the prizes that I won from Mando Bug Crafts, who is an awesomely awesome person. Awesomely awesome. I'm such a dork. So she, in her group, she has Finished Objects Thread, where you do your fiber, you have a yarn category, and you have a material category. So you can enter, you can post as many times as you want, but you get one entry for each of the categories. So if you knit something with yarn, you get an entry in the yarn category. If you spin something with fiber, you get an entry in the fiber category. If you make something with material by sewing, you get an entry in the fiber category. So, and I think she runs it for 2 months. Every 2 months, then she draws. So I had an entry in the yarn category and the material category. Then she also had a sew-along, a project bag sew-along going on, which got me into, that's how I got into the sewing category also, and the materials category. Because I started working on project bags, which is awesome, and I plan on doing some more now that I have some wonderful lovelies from Miss Amanda, but I have no room. Note, this is where I have no room right now to work on it, which is kind of sad, because now I have all this pretty stuff, and I want to use it. But I actually won 2 categories, which I felt horrible about, because, you know, I expect, you know, 1's great. 2, you know, I wanted, you know, I'd messaged her and I said, you know, it's great that I won 2, but if you want to, you know, redraw for one of them, you know, that's fine with me. Let someone else have some share. But she told me it was, she drew me, I get it. So I got it. So I won both the material categories. I won the project bag sew along and the material category. I got lots of material, which is fine. I love it. It's going to allow me to do some bigger project bags that I want to do. So this was for the materials category in the Finished Objects thread. So I got this huge amount of this one. I don't know what it is, but it's pretty. More viney things. And I do have plans. I have to figure out how I'm going to do it, but she linked to a free tutorial on how to do one of the knotted bags or something like that. And I think I might have enough material now that I got this. So this is pretty. Got that. And this pretty chevron. And then this pretty brown, ooh, can you see it? Pretty brown flowers. Kind of hard to see. There. Can you see that? I'm trying to get the light to shine off of it. So I got that. Then for the project bag sew along that she drew my name for that too. Yay! I never won anything before, so it was very exciting that I got to win on her podcast, which is great because this is what I really wanted. Oh, I think my son just woke up. Look how cute that is. This was made by Amanda, and she sewed the fiber for this, or the material for it, and I fell in love with it, and this is what I wanted to win, and I won it, and I was excited. It is so pretty, 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 shiny, glittery. Inside, it was packed with goodies. It was like a little goodie bag. So inside, I got 2 fat quarters, and these pretty little butterflies. So I'll find something fun to do with that. And then I got these little bobbins. I don't know what I'm going to do with them. I'll figure something out. Maybe put when I'm working with color work or something. I'd start working with color work. Look at these. They'll be useful for something. I will figure something to do with those. And then, oh, straight pins. You can never have too many. Especially when you lose them all the time like I do. And then she sent this. It's a little sample. And it is Gail's art in Wonder Sock. And it is graffiti. And that's a really pretty color. So I've been thinking of possibly starting a sock blanket or something. So I guess I might be doing that now soon. Especially now that I'm starting to get more fingering weight. So I'll need to do something. But it's pretty. And then she sent these pretty stitch markers. Let's see. There you go. These pretty little green stitch markers that she made herself. A very crafty person there. And they're pretty. So losing that one stitch marker that I did, I don't feel quite so bad because now I got all these pretties that I can use. Yay! And of course she sent me some of that lovely fiber. It's just a little extra something because I was just mentioned I was just starting to learn. And so she was super nice and sent me some to practice with, which was good because otherwise I would have been waiting 2 weeks to be able to try and do some more spinning. So, that is that. I love this bag. It's pretty. So that is that. I also got this pretty bag from Knitting Geisha. She had sent with when I got my Star Trek bag, she had sent me a 10% off coupon. And I've been looking and looking. I wanted to get the peacock bag but it was a small sock one, and I didn't have enough material to make any large bags, so I didn't, and I can make the small bags right now. So I bought this one. I think she said it was a shawl bag, and it's so pretty. Do you see? It's the little like koi fish, and the gold is kind of shiny. That's pretty. And then let's see, and it's just a regular liner. I got that. It was pretty. I needed a bigger bag. And then I went to my yarn shop's trunk show last night. And I got a bag of yummies. So the trunk show was for Vice hand-dyed yarns, and I've got, can you see that? Let me take one out of the bag. I haven't taken anything out of the bags yet. I haven't gotten to feel, can you believe it? I did not feel these yet. I got two of this colorway. Oh, there we go. And it's still washed out. I don't know why it's so washed out today. I like how those overcast. This reminds me of like a peacock. I'm very big into peacocks. I love their colors. And it's probably because it's got blues and greens and stuff, and I love it. But this is the Blurred Lines worsted weight. It is 100% superwash merino, and they are 218 yards. And it doesn't say what colorway this one is. I got two of these, and I already have plans for them, which once I finish either the Staggy or my sweater, depending on which one I finish first, I will probably be casting on this, or actually probably hooking it, because it's going to be a crochet project. So I got two of those. Pretty, pretty, pretties. And then I got, and while I was shopping, I was drinking champagne because they had champagne for us. Got these, two of these. Look at all the pretty colors. This is Family Jewels colorway, and it's in the Paradigm fingering weight, 80% superwash merino, 20% nylon, and they're each 400 yards. So I can do something fun with these. I'm almost tempted to get one more, and then I have over 1,000. I can maybe make like a shirt out of them. But I don't know if I would want this many colors in a sweater. You can see it as like an accent color, but I don't know if I'd want the whole thing to be this. But I was looking for something over there that reminded me of the stars and the cosmos, but I didn't really see much that reminded me of them to get something nice and pretty for y'all. And then, reaching, I got this pretty gray. Look at that. It's showing up there. There we go. It's showing up a little more blue. It's not that blue. This is pretty variegated gray. This is colorway Shades of Gray. It's in the Carnal base, and it's a heavy fingering weight. It is 70% merino, 20% cashmere, and 10% silk. It is 400 yards. I just want to go to sleep with it and snuggle it. When I checked out, they told me, guess what? You earned your next rewards. You have $20 to spend on your next visit. So I went today to get another skein of this, not the gray, but in think it was called Tidal Pool, but I don't have it yet because my reward coupon does not start until Sunday. So I picked out which one I wanted, and they're going to hold it for me, and I can go pick it up on Tuesday and use my 20% off, or not my 20% off, my $20 off. And apparently I'm only like $36 from my next $20. So I'm almost tempted to buy one more thing so that when I use my $20, I'll be able to get the next $20 like really soon, like for my next visit. Oh, okay. I'm gonna stop fondling my yarn. And so I think that is everything that I have gotten. Oh wait, no! I bought some patterns. I bought patterns on Etsy, or not on Etsy, listen to me. I bought patterns on Ravelry because I finished the Greek Fire Shawl. Josh was awesome, and everyone who did the Greek Fire Shawl got this coupon code for, I think, like 25% off his designs. And I've been looking at a lot of them. And this morning I finally broke down. I'm like, let me get some while I still have the coupon code. I'm a sucker for deals. So what I got, which I'll link to all of them in the show notes, I got Retriculation, Celtic Secret, the Mystic Spiral Socks, and then I don't think this one was part of the that you could have used the coupon code for. I don't know. I wasn't paying attention, but it said it couldn't use it, so I don't know if it took it off or not. I wanted it to, but it's a pre-order technically, which is supposed to help raise awareness for Sexual Assault Awareness Month or something like that. Something like that. And he's selling this pattern to help with profits until I think the 20th. Until the 20th. All the proceeds go to this thing getting donated or something like that. I don't really fully remember exactly how all it said. But it's the Shattered, and it's kind of like a shawl and it's kind of like a scarf. He showed it. It looked beautiful. So I did that one too. And if nothing else, and I wanted to make sure I got that one while the proceeds would go and be donated, because that's why he created this design, so that it would be for this particular thing. So I got those patterns. Bought those patterns, and I think that is it. So check out the Cosmos Knit Along, Crochet Along, Craft Along, whatever. Join the Ravelry group. Let me know if you want to do a virtual knit night anytime soon, because I think I'm ready for another one. Check out Josh Rick's Shattered, and hopefully I'll get this posted up before the whatever. So the proceeds can be donated to the cause. And check that out. And did I cover everything? I don't know. But that's all the crafty stuff. So if you're going to leave me now and you don't want to hear about any gaming, bye-bye, friends. I'll see y'all next time. And if you're going to stay, then let's get going. Let's log our plays. 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. Unless you count playing Agricola on my iPhone. I think we finally finished that game last week. And I don't think we played any other games because this has been a mess back here. But I am going to discuss with y'all Through the Desert. It is a Reiner Knizia game. No, where is that? Oh, there. And it's got candy-colored pastel camels that remind you of candy that you want to go and go. So, let us. I'm looking for places to put things. So here's your board. It is for 2 to 4 players, I think. Well, it's not going to tell me right there, is it? Nope. Okay, I'm being like super dumb right now, I think. 2 to 5. 2 to 5 players. So, I think 2 to 3 players, you play with this part of the board here. And when you go to the 4 and 5 players, you get to add this part of the board. So, basically what you're doing is you're making camel caravans. I'm just going to fold this in half, so it'll be easier for me to show you. Here are your little camels, and you have little riders that show your color, and the riders ride the camels, or ride a camel of each color. And if I put it like this, it will stay up. There we go. So, they look like Easter candy. Yum, yum, yum. So what you're going to do in the game, basically, is you place 2 camels each turn. You have to place 2 camels until the game ends. Place 2 camels each turn, and the game ends when all of one color camel has been depleted. What you're doing with your camels is you're connecting the colors together. So you're going to make a caravan of all your little cute little pink camels, so they all have to be next to each other. And all your little green camels have to be next to each other, and so on and so forth. So you're going to be placing them on the board. See? Boop, boop. You can pretty much place your camels almost anywheres. You cannot place the same colored camel as another player right next to each other. So say this is my camel, and this is Nate's camel, and my camel is right here, and Nate goes to play this camel. He cannot put it right next to my camel. He has to have at least one space away. Otherwise, you won't know whose camels are whose, because you only have one rider at the front of the head of it. When you place your camels, you are trying to do several different things. Some of the things you are trying to do, you are trying to have the largest caravan at the end of the game. Doesn't matter how big your caravan actually is, as long as it is the largest one out there, you get 10 points for it at the end of the game. If you're tied with someone, y'all each get 5 points, nobody gets to 10. So that gets awarded to each player, or for each color caravan, camel caravan. I feel like I'm starting to do a tongue twister. Camel caravan. Colored camel caravan. Okay. So, that's one way to earn points. Another way to earn points is you see all these little blue dots? There will be, these are called watering holes. There will be a little numbered token that will be randomly put there at the beginning of the game, and it will sit on the spots with the blue little dots. When you're placing your camels on the board, If you place your camel on top of one of these, and every camel has to be connected to one of your caravans. So if you're placing a pink camel, it has to be next to your pink caravan. Okay? Okay. So if you put your pink camel right here on top of this, you claim that water tile. And you just pull it off. It'll be points at the end of the game. If you... Oh, I didn't put the tree together. I forgot to put the tree together at the beginning. Okay. Let me put one of the trees together. Here are the little trees. These are called oases. Or is it called oases? 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 There are 5 of them, which there are more than 5 spots on the board to put them. But you just put 5 of them out randomly, and they go on one of the little tree spaces. See that little tree? Boop. So no camel can technically get on the tree space. What you are trying to do with the oases is you are trying to... The board keeps trying to flip down. Let me see. Maybe if I put it up here. That'll be better. Okay. So what you're trying to do is you're trying to get your caravan to touch one of the spaces around the oasis. If the same color caravan touches it more than once, you only score points for it the first time you touch it. And it's 5 points. If another one of your colored caravans come and touch the same oasis, you get another 5 points. So you get 5 points for each caravan color that touches the oasis. There are 5 oases along on the board. So if my pink camels are touching this one, and then we happen to manage to get all the way over to this one, we get 5 points for this one, and we get 5 points for this one. Pretty simple. Another way to earn points is to enclose an area on the board. Okay, so you have a boundary on the edge, and then you have these center mountain areas, which no one can place there. So you can use those to help close off an area. Basically what you're trying to do is make it to where you completely enclose an area. So here, all the way around. So say I put camels like that. I've enclosed off these 2 spaces. Okay? There can be no other camel inside your area. So you can't have any other color in there. You can kind of stick, that caravan can kind of go into there if you so want to do that, or if you happen to do that on accident while you're trying to close off an area. But if another player or another one of your caravans is inside that area, you cannot, you can close it off, but you don't get the points for closing it off. You can use the edge of the board or the mountain, and you just start, this would all be considered closed off already. So you can just go chip, 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 chip. So you're just trying to close off an area. How you get the points is at the end of the game. Each area you've closed off, you get 1 point for each empty space in that area. So if I close this little area off here, I would get 2 points for those 2 spaces in the middle. If I took and did this, the oasis also counts as a boundary point because you can't place something there. So, but you'd have to still kind of go around it. So let's just say we did this. We put camels and we just went straight across there and used the edge of the board as part of a boundary. We'd get 1, 2, 3. Immediately when you close off an area, if there are any unclaimed watering holes, you automatically get those. And if you somehow manage to surround an oasis, then you get the 5 points for that oasis right away. Then at the end of the game, you figure out who has the largest caravans, deal out the 10 points for those. Then you total up all the points you've gotten for your closed off areas, each one 1 point. Add up all your watering holes, so whatever number it says on your watering hole, it ranges from 1 to 3. Most of those are 2. There's some 3s. And then there's some ones down on this side. You add up all those, 1 to 3. And you also add up all the little tokens you've gotten for your oases. Which are 5 points apiece. Add them all up. Whoever has the most points wins. That's pretty simple. It's a good little 2-player game. I don't think it's going to depend on how long people think, because it's kind of like one of those, doesn't look like an abstract game, but it is kind of more like an abstracty critical thinking game, trying to plan ahead of the other players, which a lot of the games I've been discussing have been, but they're just so happen to be the ones that have the simplest rules, even though sometimes they require more thought sometimes. But I would say usually this game takes about 30 minutes to play for us. It shouldn't take any longer than that, I wouldn't think, unless you go up to the 5 players. Then it may take a little bit longer, just because people will sit there and start trying to think how they can outmaneuver somebody else. But that's pretty much it. It's a cute little game. It's got cute pieces, and it's through the desert. We have a running joke that we don't call this game Through the Desert. We call it Throw the Dessert. Throw the Dessert. So yeah, this is called Throw the Dessert to us, but it is really called Through the Desert by Reiner Knizia, and it's a fun little quick game, and it plays well with 2. So if you're just 2, it plays very well with 2 people. And I think that is all. So I'm gonna say bye, friends, again, and I hope to see y'all next week. Hopefully I'm not too busy, and I'll have more fun things to show you. I have lots of other things coming in the mail, and I'm going to be going buying more things and all that fun stuff. And I should have maybe another project started by then. Hopefully I'll have a finished project and one started. So, bye, friends. Have fun.